walk on the right side of the hallway?
Right side of the hallway's been around for a while because we want to keep people safe, especially when you go around corners. If you have people going around corners the same way, they can run into each other. One's on the left, okay, one's on the right. So if everybody's on the right, you come around and you're safe going down the hallway. And same with the staircase. Everybody's going up the right side of the staircase, you're coming down the right side of the staircase. They're not clashing into each other. That's the whole idea behind it. So people aren't running each other. Bigger kids, especially at the high school, which they just walk or wherever they want anyways. But if you just everybody kind of follows that pattern, it makes everybody safe.
Why do we have lockdowns? What is the appropriate way to act during a lockdown?
Lockdowns are similar to a fire drill. We just practice them so kids know what to do during a lockdown. If we have to call a lockdown, they know where to go. What the teacher needs to know what to do with the kids, and it's a practice for not only the students and the teachers, but it's a practice for us as administrators, and also the police that come in. They help us, so they practice where the things are, where places are in the building they have to go to, the different classrooms. The police learn where the gym is, the pool, locker rooms, because they're not in the building very much. So that way they get to learn the building a little bit too. The appropriate way to act during a lockdown is you should be respectful, being quiet, listen to your teacher, staying quiet, staying in the hidden as much as possible. You can't hide in all the class. I understand that, but trying to stay hidden as much as possible and not making a lot of activity and noise in the classroom. We hope it's never going to happen, but if we plan it, we know we have a good plan in place, and the kids know where to go, and teachers know what to do.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Zara.
What is a shelter in place, and how does that keep us safe?
A shelter in place is kind of just like your normal day, but the only thing is you cannot go in the hallways, and your doors would be locked, but they should be locked anyways. They keep us safe because maybe there's a spill or something going on in the hallways that we don't want the students to be involved in.
Why do we need to keep doors locked during the school day?
Keeping the doors locked is for your and our safety. And if something was to happen, we really want the teachers to spend their time worrying about getting you guys to a safe place than worrying about running around and keeping the doors locked and going to lock the door.
What are some of your safety tips for your students?
My safety tips is know your surroundings. So if something doesn't look right, you probably should tell an adult, and you shouldn't be running or pushing anyone in the hallways. And I think that's about it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What should you do if you were being cyberbullied?
Well, first thing, it's not your fault. Okay, a bully is a bully, and you don't deserve to be treated that way. But don't retaliate. Don't come back at the person. That would make it even worse. And the best thing is get to an adult. Tell your parent, tell your counselor, tell a teacher, tell someone that you trust, and let them help you figure out what to do.
What should you do if you get sent a link from someone you don't know?
Don't open it, because you don't know what that link is, and it could be something really bad that you shouldn't be seeing. So again, same deal. Tell a parent, tell an adult that you know that you can trust, and let them help you take care of it.
How do you make a strong password for your online accounts?
Don't make it too short. Don't make it something that's super simple, like your name or maybe your pet's name. Make it something that's a little more tricky. And then also put in maybe letters, or in between the letters put in numbers or like exclamation marks or something like that, to help make it be a little trickier.
Do you have any other tips you would like to share with us on computer safety?
Just be really careful that you don't start interacting with someone you don't know. Don't be friends with somebody that all of a sudden just pops up and wants to be your friend. And never, ever, ever meet someone that you don't know that you met online. That would be terrible.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Why should you stay home when you are sick?
So you don't spread your germs. And being home is better for you because then you can kind of take care of yourself, and you're not on the school schedule, so you can do what you like to do and stay well and take medicine and just generally feel better. And you don't feel good when you're in school. You've been here when you haven't felt good, so you know how you feel if you're sick. So it's just better all around. Keeps everybody safe.
What advice do you have to stop the spread of germs?
Washing your hands or using hand sanitizer is the number one thing to do. If you're sneezing, make sure you have a tissue. As soon as you use the tissue one time, toss it with the sanitizer or wash your hands. If you're coughing, cough into your sleeve. And if you have active sniffles, active cough, always just keep washing the hands or using the hand sanitizer. It's the number one thing that prevents germs.
Besides helping us when we are sick, what else can you help us with?
What else can I help you with? If you have questions, I can help you answer the questions. You can always come and use my phone if you need to. I can always send you to other people that if you ask to talk to someone. But I'll always let anyone come, and if you want, to ask me something, or if you have a problem and you want to talk to me so we know who to talk to, I'm always available to do that. I'll never tell someone, no, I won't talk to you and get out of my office, no.
Thank you for letting us interview you.
Did I answer all your questions?
Yeah.
Do you have any other?
No.
Okay, all righty. Good job.
Thanks.
Thank you.
How can you be safe in the deep end?
The first thing you should do is not go in the deep end unless you've passed the deep end test. That's our way of safety in the deep end.
What if you're not like a comfortable swimmer?
I suggest that you stay where you can touch and swim with a friend.
How can you be safe when you're on the diving board?
Always only have one person on the diving board, walk, and only take 2 bounces at the most on the diving board. Any more than that and you could lose control.
Okay. How can you be safe on the pool deck?
Walk. Always, always walk. Not walk fast, not speed walking, not skipping, jumping, or hopping, or dancing. Walk heel toe all the time. Is that it?
Yeah. Thank you for letting me interview you.
You're welcome. Thank you for interviewing me.
Action! What are some ways to prevent a fire?
As you guys have grown up, you've heard about not playing with matches, open flames. But you guys are getting older, you're starting to cook more. So a big thing is, if you're cooking anything on the stove, make sure you stay around, pay attention to it, watch it. Something else that everyone I know has is their games, their phones, computers. Always check the cords on those, the charging cords, make sure they're in good shape. Another one that everyone knows, but just to refresh your memory, is especially like during Christmas when you have all your lights plugged in, check your outlets, make sure you don't overload them, make sure you don't have a lot of things on power strips. Power strips aren't made for a lot of different things to be plugged in, especially heaters. So just common sense on everyday items that you're walking around the house, just take a peek at and make sure they're in good shape.
Why is it important to stay calm during a fire? What tips do you have to remain calm?
Why is it important to stay calm? Quite simply, if you are excited, you're not going to think straight. And if you're not thinking straight, it can cause harm to you. You might not be able to get out. So if you stay calm and go about each process of working your way out of the house, you have a better chance of getting out safely. Some tips on staying calm. I'm going to say you can always have a song in the back of your head, something to think about as you're going through the steps. But the best advice I can give you is practice. As you know, being in band, being in sports, when you first get a new piece of music or a new play, you're nervous about it. Once you practice it, you feel comfortable and you go ahead and just do it step by step. Same thing applies with fire safety, working your way step by step, so it is just second nature to you and you can get out safely that way.
And finally, why is it important to practice fire drills during school?
A few different reasons. We touched base earlier on practice helps you be comfortable with what you're doing. It helps your adults who are supervising you keep a total number of where their children are and how many are there and if they're safe. And when Cornell City or ourselves come up, we can go to those adults and they can tell us right away that all their children are accounted for. Plus, you never know where the fire might be in the school, so always practice having 1 or 2 different ways out of the classrooms in a safe meeting place so we can account for all of you guys.
Okay. Thank you, and
You're welcome.
I'm Caitlin Stryker, filling in for Kira Mayo. Hoping you feel better, Kira. Today we're interviewing Officer McDaniel. What are some ways you can be safe on a bike this summer?
Big things that kids don't do is that they have to follow the basic vehicle and traffic laws. For stop signs and things of that nature, you are supposed to stop. Use your head.
How important are helmets when riding a bike?
Helmets are very important. They keep your head safe. You never know when you're going to have an accident, so you always plan to be safe. Just like riding a motorcycle. Would you ride a motorcycle without a helmet? Obviously not. So you always got to keep your head safe. It doesn't matter if somebody could open a door in front of you, or you could just hit a curb and you might wreck your bike and hit your head.
If you see a fight, what should you do?
If you see a fight and you feel you can intervene and stop it from happening, obviously you would try to separate the people, depending on what type of fight it was. If not, yell for help or try to get somebody to come help you break the fight up.
What tips do you have to stay safe?
Well, a good one would be if you think it's bad and you know it's bad, don't do it. Think about what you're doing before you do it. Something inside of you always tells you that you are going to do something bad, or there's going to be some sort of bad consequence if you do this, right?
As our resource officer, what can you help us with in our school?
I can help with a number of things. School safety for one. Any questions regarding that? But basically, I'm here to talk to you guys about any sort of issue or anything that you may need to talk about. So feel free to come and contact me at any time, and I will come in and I'll talk to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.